So, like in the last two videos, we're going to attach the card data set exactly the same way as before. So we just read .csv command, and then in the quotations, you put the name of the file. And remember, if you can't find it, change the directory and make sure you spell this right, and also capital letters include, and make sure you get that right. We're going to use the command header true. Hopefully you can remember what that does. That allows us to actually refer to the column and row names. It lets it know that the first input into each of the columns is a name, alright, rather than some numerical data. And here we go. I've made a mistake here. Let's change my directory, and yeah, it's looking in documents, and I know the file is download. So there we go. Now it's found it. Okay, so now you've seen how to change the directory. Just click file up here. I don't know if the screen recorder catches that, but then it does catch change DRI. Right. After that, we attach the data. Use the name we've saved as. So we don't use the name of the file. We use what we've assigned it. And I've assigned it cars.data. Now we can get into what this video is actually titled about. We're going to do a QQ normal plot. We've done these before in the past videos, but I want to talk a little bit about it. And when we go into maybe a series on stats, but more of the technicalities rather than this computing, which we might turn this series into, going through some stats by hand, then we'll look at technicalities of qqplots. But for now, we're just going to see them and see what we can and cannot infer from them. So the first thing is qqnorm, and I also want to show you what sort of features R has to help you look at these qqplots in a nice way. And if you remember, there's a column called price. We're going to do a qqnormal plot price. And what this essentially does is, because we're assuming that, well, we're testing really if the price of cars takes normal distribution. And the reason I estimate that is you might think that most of the cars, there's a modal price, an average price, and then you get very few and fewer really cheap cars and few really expensive cars. So I'm thinking it takes that sort of classical tail shape of the normal distribution. Okay, but we've got no idea what the mean or standard deviation is, and the qqplot can give us an estimate of that. And then, but what we're looking for is these points to be a straight line. And well, to imagine a line of best fit in our head is pretty tough. What we can do is we can use the command qqline price, and then we want to put the color of our line. Obviously, R will have a default color, but I'm going to go for red. When we plot that, let's try find our plot. Here it is. We get this straight line that it drops. Okay, and in the middle we fit this line quite nicely, and then we sort of tail off towards the end. It does suggest that we perhaps the price does not fulfill a normal distribution, but maybe it's pretty close with some skewness or some particularly long tails. But if this was a fit, this red straight line here would have a gradient of approximately the standard deviation of the normal distribution, and the interception on y, which we can't see, would be the mean of the normal distribution. That's literally all we're going to look at in this video. What I thought was quite nice was this line that we haven't really seen before. Because I said you have to sort of use your own eyes to look for the straight line, but with this line feature, you can see it's much easier to compare all these dots to this line rather than trying to figure out by eye if we do get a straight line. So, and then we also just went over how to attach our data because that's important, and yeah, I'm quite happy that I was looking in the wrong place because I could show you how to change the directory properly. Yeah, and if you don't know when you click File, Directory, and you can't figure out where it'll be, then just go on your documents and look for the file, and you'll see it like that. So if you do have any questions on this, then please be sure to like the video. No, not to like the video, to comment them down below. If you did enjoy the video, please be sure to like it. Also, if you've got any recommendations for things you want to know how to do in R, then let me know and I'll come straight back to the R videos. But I think next week, Friday videos are just going to be on statistics. If you do want to support the channel, please be sure to subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one.